Living godly lives in a pagan society. The Gospel according to Peter. 1 Peter chapter 2 verses 11 to 25. To chapter 3 verses 1 to 7. 11. Dear friends, I urge you, as foreigners and exiles, to abstain from sinful desires, which wage war against your soul. 12. Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day He visits us. 13. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human authority, whether to the emperor, as the supreme authority, 14, or to governors, who are sent by him to punish those who do wrong and to commend those who do right. 15. For it is God's will that by doing good you should silence the ignorant talk of foolish people. 16. Live as free people, but do not use your freedom as a cover-up for evil. Live as God's slaves. 17. Show proper respect to everyone. Love the family of believers. Fear God. Honor the emperor. 18. Slaves, in reverent fear of God, submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. 19. For it is commendable if someone bears up under the pain of unjust suffering, because they are conscious of God. 20. But how is it to your credit if you receive a beating for doing wrong and endure it? But if you suffer for doing good, and you endure it, this is commendable before God. 21. To this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example, that you should follow in His steps. 22. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in His mouth. 23. When they hurled their insults at Him, He did not retaliate. When He suffered, He made no threats. Instead, He entrusted Himself to Him who judges justly. 24. He Himself bore our sins in His body on the cross, so that we might die to sins and live for righteousness. By His wounds you have been healed. 25. For you were like sheep going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. Chapter 3 verse 1 to 7. 1. Wives, in the same way submit yourselves to your own husbands, so that, if any of them do not believe the word, they may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives too, when they see the purity and reverence of your lives. 3. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. 4. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. 5. For this is the way the holy women of the past who put their hope in God used to adorn themselves. They submitted themselves to their own husbands. 6. Like Sarah, who obeyed Abraham and called him her Lord, you are her daughters if you do what is right and do not give way to fear. 7. Husbands, in the same way be considerate as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect as the weaker partner and as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. Glory be to God.